Wide awake, smiling still in my bed. Running scenes of last night through my head. I found myself in your home, said hello, put my name in your phone. Lost my friends. I first date walked to Pier 66. My lips, your lips, my heart beating right out my chest. When I held you, I had something that I knew I need so bad. Yeah, I need your love so bad. Your love so bad.
Hello, 안녕하세요, 여러분. I'm Shay, and I'll be your tour guide this afternoon. It's a very bright and sunny day this Saturday. We're currently in Shin-Chon. I'm in the middle of the street because on the weekends, the streets are closed. I will be taking you from Shin-Chon station, kind of, all the way to Yonsei University. Let's go. So, as soon as we go out of the station, exit 2 or exit 3 over there, you will have cafes on either side. On this side, you have one of my favorite cafes. Sorry, I hit the mic. You have one of my favorite cafes. It's Artise. During the week, before COVID times, during the week, it closes at 12 a.m. On the weekend, it closes at 1 a.m., which was pretty awesome because you need to sleep. On this side, exit 2, you have Twosome Place. It's a really nice cafe. It's one of the biggest franchises here in Korea, and it's a 24-hour cafe. They have a wide selection of desserts and coffees, but what cafe doesn't, right? Let's keep going. Let's go back to the middle of the street. So it's just a normal street. It's just closed, and that's why I'm walking in the middle of it. Over here to the left, this store is floor to ceiling, all accessories. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's pretty awesome. If you don't know this about Korea by now, then let me tell you, Korea is all about fashion, beauty, and skincare. You gotta look pretty. So this is one of the stores that sells a lot of skincare product. It's called Skin Food. So I'm guessing it's pretty nutritious for your face. And another thing you should know about Korea, don't always look like eye level, don't look down. You have to look up to find stores. You go right, you go left. Stores, cafes, snack is in abundance. You'll find everything and anything you want in any given street. If you want like traditional food, just walk into an alley. I, for one, love Shin-Chon during the weekend because I get to walk in the middle of the street and just enjoy the beauty of the street. I do find some streets more beautiful than others. This store is a very important store. This store is literally everywhere in Korea, Olive Young. You find everything you need here. Nail care, hair care, skin care, even snacks sometimes. You should watch out for people on scooters, people on bikes, people in cars, people walking. They're kind of unapologetic, but once you get the flow of things here in Seoul, everything is easy breezy. One thing you should know about these little kickboards, you need a driver's license to drive them. So if you don't have a driver's license, you're kind of out of luck, but they still have bikes for rent. I personally use the Beam. It's a purple kickboard. It's so nice, and it's very foreign friendly. Over here on both sides, you're gonna see a lot of beauty products. Like over here. You have Nature Collection, which features the Face Shop. It's a cosmetics company. It's one of my favorites. Right next to it, Hollika Hollika, another place that's also geared towards beauty. And then another favorite of mine, Etude House, for all the young girls out there looking for beauty products, starting out with makeup. It's fun, it's affordable, it's pretty. Over here, we have Uplex Mall. Now this mall belongs to Hyundai. And this mall is geared more towards the younger group, younger people. It's also a little bit more affordable than the actual Hyundai department store. If you go down through the stairs in this little glass dome thingy, you can go directly to the subway station, and there are a lot of pop-up stores down there too. This red pipe here, it's kind of a key feature here. This is where you tell people to meet. And I'm guessing they're having an event. Let's see what's going on. I think it's an LGBTQ sort of thing. Probably, I'm not sure. Okay, a few things you need to know about this place. One, right over there, you have this wooden boardwalk kind of thing. It's interesting to know that if you're a drama lover, you're gonna find this little boardwalk in 마음의 소리, which is the sound of your heart. It's a very nice, cute, funny drama. Look out for that. Another thing to note, on this side, you have Korean Dessert Cafe. If you're looking for shaved ice, which is kind of a staple here in Korea, it's basically a dessert that's made of like shaved ice. I don't know how to explain it. And this place is called Serbing. It's also a franchise, and they have really good shaved ice desserts. My favorite? Injolmi. Injolmi Serbing is my favorite. When you're going to school, try not to stray too much and go into every store, and then you'll be late to class. But it's kind of not a problem now that it's COVID time, so everything is online. But still, you know, back in the day, before COVID, you could just walk into a store before class, and then you find yourself rushing to class. So that was a problem. Not for me, but you know, people who love shopping. Something that's kind of new and really big here in Korea right now, self-photo studios. This is open 24 hours. It's not man-operated. You just go in there, take pictures. They have a ton of props too. They have wigs, they have hats, they have glasses, they have like little the thingies to wrap around yourself. It's super fun when you go with friends. And on top, you have 내찜닭, which is basically a dish of marinated chicken. You can have it spicy and just smother it in cheese. It's so delicious. Another thing about Koreans, they love chicken. So you have to come try this if you ever come to Korea. Let's go back to the middle of the street. Honestly, the only reason I'm bringing you to the middle of the street is because it's nicer. You'll also find Taco Bell right there. And if you haven't noticed, you have a Burger King right here. If you feel like you need a snack, you need a midnight meal, these two places are here for you. I mean, they're not bad. Want to see something funny? Another twosome place. This was actually opened just a few months ago, so it's very, very new. This used to be a Billy Angel cake store, cake shop. Now it's a twosome. If you haven't noticed by now, if you're looking left and right, you're gonna find a lot of cafes. Koreans are addicted to coffee. They love coffee so much. And I think I'm getting it, that's rubbing off on me. I'm drinking a lot of coffee now. This place, right here, Gorudu. It's a bakery. And it's very hard to find like really, really, really good bread in Korea, but this place makes really, really good bread. All you McDonald's lovers, it's right here. Remember I told you if you feel like getting some food, you just walk into an alley? Look right over there. There's a Chinese restaurant. It's really good. They have a huge, huge, really huge menu. Ooh, you're really close. You're gonna find a lot of study cafes as well. They're geared towards students who want to study, obviously. One of the things I love about Korea is the versatility when it comes to cafes. You have an abundance of cafes. There's so many and they are so different. Another one of my favorites, Dokso리 Dabang, or in other words, Eagle Cafe. They have a terrace. They have books all around the cafe that you could borrow and read. They have a tiny little meeting room. They have a really, really good cheesecake. So Dokso리 Dabang is way at the topmost floor, and the terrace is right over to the right. Let's keep going. Remember I said you'll see Olive Young everywhere? Check it out. So I'm out here with 감독님 and 대표님, director and our boss. So I'm gonna let them choose. 어디로 가고 싶어요? 왼쪽, 오른쪽.
왼쪽.
가자.
Go, go.
So they don't really speak English. 대표님 knows more English than 감독님. Uh, so it was very challenging for me to communicate with them at the beginning, but we're starting to use our own language, kind of. Things get a little more quiet right here. You have pharmacies on both sides of this street. So you're not going to find a lack of pharmacies here. But you have to be careful because pharmacies tend to close early unless you find one that's open 24 hours or one that stays open until late, which is very, very rare. You also need to be careful when it's Sunday. A lot of stores close on Sunday, and pharmacies don't open on Sunday. In this little teeny tiny alley, there's a Japanese restaurant that's really good. Let's keep going. This tiny kiosk, it sells very cute coffee and fruit juices. There is a little kiosk like that way back near the station that makes really, really good chicken. Like a snack chicken. It's really good. Above me is the KTX. This is where you ride the train and go to many, many places in Korea. It's different than the subway, obviously. Because it's not sub, it's over. I know, it's lame, sorry. Over there, you see the Yonsei University Severance Hospital. It's one of the top hospitals in Korea. It's probably number 1 right now, I'm not sure. But last I read on the news that it was number 1 in Korea right now. Behold, Yonsei University. Now, the school does not lack food. It does not lack cafes. But if you don't want to eat at school, right next to the school, like down in the basement of the hospital, there's really good food as well. Let's go. This is a very, very, very big intersection, and people just walk anywhere. It's very weird. And in a way, very freeing. Welcome to Yonsei University. No, do not ride a bike, a motorbike, or a kickboard. Try to look for a loophole though. I mean, I could give you the grand tour like I do when I volunteer to give a tour to new students, but are you interested? That's the question. Welcome to my campus. We are here. And we are gonna go all the way to here. This is where I study. This is Yonsei Graduate School of International Studies. It's gonna be a long, hot ride. Let's go. One of the nice features I like about this school, during the really, really hot summer days, they have a lot of fountains they keep on to make the air cooler. I'm gonna hush now and just talk when there's something very significant for me to point out to you. If you noticed, over there at the little pink building is an eye hospital, and it's connected to the main Severance Hospital. So if you're in school and you needed to go to the hospital right away, like you have an appointment or something, just go through there. And it's also closer to NMH, New Millennium Hall, which is where GSIS is, than here. You may ask, you may wonder, and you may be curious about these little glass structures on the sides. They're actually just staircases to downstairs, the basement, where there's a lot of car parking. It's a parking lot, basically. Over there, Centennial Hall, we hosted a fan signing by none other than IU herself. IU came, she signed, she met fans, and she left. I have a picture somewhere on my phone. Unfortunately, I didn't meet her because the line was so long and I was going to meet someone, so I couldn't. If you come to our campus, you'll notice a lot of old people like to come here, and you'll notice they love to just chill in the afternoon. The weather is really nice today. It's sunny, but the air is nice and cool. And over here, behind me, is a really big fountain that during the really hot summer days, they keep it open, and it gives a very nice moisture to the air, especially on really hot and dry days. Over there is the gym, and it's open to everyone. Careful, there's a step. And look at the floors. You'll find the names of the schools and when they were founded, when they started. I don't know where our school is though. Huh, interesting. When I first came here, I thought these rocks would have fire under them, but you know, like, oh no, I stepped on water. So I used to think these were like divergent style of fire rocks, but I was wrong. It's just water. Our school! So this is when my school was founded, 1987. It's not young. You might have seen the Kumo Art Hall. And in here, they actually hold classical music concerts. They hold like really big events here. Nice thing about it though, they have TVs where they just project what they're doing inside the hall. So you kind of get a free pass. Our proud eagle, soaring high in the sky. So, let's stop here for a second and admire our eagle and our library. They're really, really big. We have a lot of libraries, but this is the one that's really most notable because this is the central library and it's connected to the library behind it, which was donated to us by Samsung. So we have Central Library by Yonsei and we have Samsung Library by Samsung. Let's keep going. Down there, I used to see a lot of people do practicing here. They used to practice their cheers. We have this event, an annual event called, I forgot what it was called, but it was like a competition between Yonsei University and Korea University. Akaraka, there we go. It's Akaraka, and this is where they held a lot of their rehearsals. The performers, I mean.
yeah.
뭐.
Dance.
아니야. He's asking me to dance. I'm telling him no. I'm not a dancer. Now let's go back to the main pathway, let's say. Our boss is taking pictures. 죄송합니다. We're gonna go there, don't worry. So what 감독님 just took a picture of, or just shot, was 백향누리, or what the foreigners know as the commons. I'm gonna take you through that way because I'm pretty sure this way is closed because of COVID, restrictions and stuff. So let's keep going. Look at our beautiful eagle. Okay, so We're kind of at a crossroads here, thinking where to go next. First, I want to show you the entrance to the library is to the right. Well, your left probably, but it's right there. There are a lot of study rooms. There's a tiny little convenience store when you're studying all night and you need a midnight snack. Over to my left is the Student Union building. This is a very important building because it has 2 restaurants. Well, it's a cafeteria which has a lot of restaurants. A convenience store, a health center where you go for like very basic care. Like you have a cold, you have a tiny fever, you go there. But now that it's COVID, I doubt that you'll go there for a fever. So, oh, there's also the bank, the post office, an optics store, and a cafe that is very, very famous for their waffles. They're really delicious, and they have soft ice cream. But first, let's go downstairs to the Baekhyangnuri, or what's known to us foreigners as the Commons. Yes, I'm taking the lazy way down because I'm very tired. It's been a long walk. In Korea, when you're riding an escalator, always stand to your right if you don't want to keep walking. Usually this place is very, very lively, and there used to be this person who would check you in when you come inside, but I think because it's the weekend, they're not here. And I also think because of COVID, the places are not open. I wanted to show you the Global Lounge. It's just a place for you to chill, do some work if you don't want to go to a cafe or anything. And then you have the bookstore. They call it Yonsei Co-op. My friend calls it Coop. Okay, over here is an events hall. There are like so many different rooms here, each one bigger than the other, and they're mainly for like huge events. And over there in the back, way in the back, is the lounge where you literally get catered food there. It's not usually open on normal days, I think, because like I said, they do like catering and stuff. But it's a lounge. It's really nice. It's really fancy. Okay, let's go back. I'm guessing they have an event today. That's why there are people coming in and out. There is an event today, and I don't know what it is. So, like I said, they have a lot of different events here. I don't know what this event is. It's in Korean. I'll translate it for you later. The bookstore is where you can also get the Letterman jackets. This little entrance here, you can just go into the library. As you can see, the mannequins are wearing masks as well. Not properly, but still. This is where you get a lot of the Yonsei memorabilia here. Also textbooks. Remember I told you there's an abundance of food here? There's a Patty Baguette Cafe. I really like this cafe. Paris Baguette. In Korea we call it Patty Baguette. We have a restaurant called Salady. It's rolls and a lot of salads. And for all you Starbucks lovers, there is also a Starbucks in here. It's right around the corner over there. Now you'll see the Starbucks lady. Starbucks. I'm very sad this place is closed today. Usually they're open on the weekends, but I think COVID, so we're right on our way out, but I remembered something really important. So when you first come to Korea, you get your ID, you get everything. There's a lot of papers that you need. One, there's an Uri Bank ATM here. It's the bank that deals with this school, and you have these little thingamadoodads here, these machines. This machine prints out your official certificates, but this was pre-COVID. This is what I used when I first came here. I don't know if they still do that because you can just print it online. Also, this little photo booth. This photo booth is almost everywhere. It's excellent. It's very cheap. They give good pictures, and they're usually catered for passports and IDs. So they're really perfect in a crunch when you don't have pictures on hand. Let's go out.
아니 뭐가 아야 지금 누구 있는 거야?
Okay, we're back where we kind of went down. We're back up. So let's keep going. On the weekends, a lot of families come with their children here. Like, oh look, this is Yonsei Hakyo, Yonsei University. You should aspire to come here. Honestly, it's a really great school anyway. And it's really nice that they let people come in anytime and just like have a nice afternoon with their family. It's really nice. I like it.
그러니까 어디가 어디라는 그 명칭이 아직 불명확한 거예요. 저가
campus is very beautiful at night. The lighting is so beautiful. They have special lightings under the trees that change color, but it's very beautiful. It's very aesthetic.
요쯤에서 찍으면은 나오잖아 배경.
Okay, let's stop here for a second. Over there, we have a little resting area. There are a lot of benches, tables, and chairs where people can just rest, chill, study. It's really nice, especially at night. Specific, very aesthetic lightings. Hopefully, we'll get to shoot some like images here at night. Also, this huge tree. They're taking a picture. This huge tree over here, well, I hope you can see it, but I don't know. They turn it into a Christmas tree in December. It's very beautiful. So we're just waiting for them to finish their photo shoot and then we'll keep going. Oh dear. Should we just go from there? Let's go. It's prettier this way anyway. As you can see over there, those that old couple is just chilling. They shot a drama here as well. I don't know what drama it was, but it was shot in our school, so that's pretty awesome. Lo and behold, Underwood. Not the guy, the area. Because this area is so beautiful, you see this everywhere when you search Yonsei University. This is the first thing that pops up. This whole courtyard, or let's say. The statue over there, it's Mr. Underwood himself. In the fall, this place changes to all the colors of the orange. Oranges, reds, greens, browns. It's so colorful. I'm glad you got to see this place in the summer. Well, it's spring, but still. Mr. Underwood himself. Calling people to come learn. Come learn, people, in my prestigious school. Some of you may know Ban Ki-moon, Mr. Ban Ki-moon. He has the Institute of Energy, Global Energy. I interned there a few semesters ago, and this is their headquarters. For me to give you a proper tour of the entire school would take me like at least 12 hours. So we're just gonna cut everything and go straight to GSIS. Keep in mind that Korea is a very mountainous terrain, has a mountainous terrain. So naturally, like their streets are very up and downsy. This school is very up and downsy as well. So when you come for a walk, when you come for a tour, when you actually come to the school, don't wear heels. Wear comfortable shoes or you will suffer. Look at this guy just chilling over here. That's very chill. Oh, it's very nice and cool under the shade. So we're gonna take a little shortcut through the forest. But first we must locate our boss. Let's keep going. These are real, by the way, they're not plastic. They look very plasticky, but they're real. You have to watch out for cars and bikes on both sides, but it's fairly safe walking here. So I'm gonna take you through the forest right behind me because it's one, a shortcut, and two, it's prettier. And three, and most important, there is no sun. We need a break from the sun. This is new. They paved the floor, the earth, the ground. This never used to be here. It used to be all dirt and sand and mud during the rain. This is really nice. It makes it easier to go up and down. Like I said, Korea has a mountainous terrain, so there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of hills in Korea. And going to my school, going to GSIS, is an uphill battle, literally. Now, I honestly don't know what this forest is called. Every person has a different name for it. They actually made it look prettier. I really like what they've done to the place. People can just sit and chill anywhere. There used to be a lot of benches and tables in this area. I think they'll bring them back, but I don't know. I used to come and sit here sometimes, study, read, work on my projects. Sometimes I just need a walk. When I lived in the dorms, sometimes I just come out here and take a walk sometimes. I really like what they've done to the place. Behind me, that's where the president of the school lives. And it's very cute. They're actually enjoying the sun today. If you're coming here to our school, take note of when and where the shuttle buses go and how. I wish I knew. Behold, New Millennium Hall, or as we like to call it, NMH. This is the Graduate School of International Studies. Well, the back of it. Let's keep going. Interesting fact. Go through there and you're like 2 minutes to the hospital. Let's go. We used to have access through the back door over there, but that was pre-COVID. Because of COVID, they had to like lock a lot of exits in order to control entry into the building. And like keep track of who comes in, what time, in case you get a confirmed case and therefore you know where this person was. Our school. This is the main entrance to our school. This is where we used to take most of our classes pre-COVID. I notice I'm saying pre-COVID a lot. What can you do? It's how it is right now. These are the dorms. And right here, is New Millennium Hall, Graduate School of International Studies. That's where I go, and hopefully that's where you'll go. It's a great place. You get to meet really great people. The professors are really awesome. And I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
I think that I need